I want to welcome everyone back to another episode of Generational Investors Podcast. And it's been crazy in the crypto world. It's been crazy in the stock market. It's just been crazy in general. And if you are stopping by for the first time, I am Coach Flo, and I'm excited to bring you the latest and greatest news on crypto. And if you know, like I know, the time is now to invest in yourself. So hopefully by the end of this episode, you can consider yourself being the next generation investor. So without further ado, let's waste no time. This government shutdown is continue to have ramifications, impact on crypto, specifically XRP. If you know anyone and everyone who holds XRP, let me know below in the chat if you have XRP. If you are thinking about jumping in, don't worry, jump in now, because when I say we dipping, we are dipping. We going low to the flow. So this government shutdown has really prolonged, and I do mean prolonged, this ever milestone we call the XRP ETF. And so even though the shutdown continues to linger on, the demand for XRP is still at an all-time high. That's right. So preferably this government shutdown ends sooner rather than continue to prolong and keep on going on and on. So hopefully we can get an agreement going on, because this government shutdown is hurting everybody. Whether you the working class, middle class, upper class, we all getting hit. Inflation and these tariffs are killing us. When I say it's killing us, how bad is it killing us, Coach Flo? I'm glad you asked, because every time I go to the grocery store and I go to the checkout register, why do I got to spend $50 to $60 on 4 items? That's right, 4 items. And we're not even talking about just regular grocery shopping. I'm talking about just getting some cases of water, maybe some body wash, maybe some snacks. And it is outrageous that these prices are crazy. And don't get me started with insurance. And don't get me started with mortgage. Everything. Let me know in the comment below, how much are you spending on the regular, on your expenses? Because it is crazy that we are paying so much for food. We are paying so much for rent. We are paying so much for mortgage, insurance. It's crazy. So hopefully, prayerfully, this government shutdown can finally be lifted up, and those who are going to work get paid. Because who wants to go to work every day and do not get paid when bills don't stop? I mean, they continue to pile up. So the thing going forward and the right thing to do is lift this government shutdown and open things up for everybody. Okay. Which brings us to our next point. These EBT benefits, they already saying November 1st, which is really a few days away at the time of recording. These benefits that the government shut down, that continue to prolong us, these EBT benefits are going to run out. I'm talking about the money is starting to run out. This is crazy. And I pray for everybody who are dealing with being let go, laid off, furlough, and then those who depend on the benefits, the SNAP, the EBT. This stuff is crazy that we're running out of time. We're running out of money. Okay. And so prayerfully praying for each and every one of you who are affected by this setback, because I know it's setting a lot of people back. This delay, I'm praying for everybody. So my next point, XRP ETF, they are saying since this shutdown continue to prolong, November 6th to the 14th, preferably that by the time the government has opened up, we can see these ETLs finally get approved, because they are stacking up, stacking the cards on the deck. at the time as I'm saying this. I'm talking about it's at least 10 to 20 different XRP ETF that are out here and waiting to finally be approved. They just being pending, and maybe not conspiracy, but maybe there's a lot of things that's going under the radar that we're not privileged to, I should say, better lack of terms, because XRP has a lot of things going good for them. Not to mention Solana, another crypto, got an ETF that is looking to get passed. Cardano, it's a lot of ETFs that's looking to get passed. And I believe going into November, December, we're going to see some fireworks for crypto. Even though there's been some dips, what can you say? Buy the dip, sell the rip, okay? Buy low. That's where we go. We're going to buy low either way. And if you stay to this portion, for those like myself who believe in AI, Nvidia, that's right, Nvidia hit an all-time high this past week, and now it's worth 5 trillion. That's right, 5 trillion market cap to be exact, and it's steadily making headways. It partnered with Palantir, another stock that I got into when it was $20. This one right here, they teamed up for the dynamic decision intelligence. Okay, the dynamic decision intelligence. They got some chips that is out of this world. Some chips that's going to be used going into next year, 2027, 2028, 29, 2030, 2031. We got some, Nvidia got some stuff. When I say it got some stuff that we ain't seen yet, I mean artificial intelligence, or I should say Nvidia, which I believe is the king of artificial intelligence, is, I believe, like 5 to 10 years ahead of time. It's so early, and that's why I got in and continue to DCA. I continue to buy shares, okay, and just accumulate. This is one of my buy and hold. This is my set and forget it, because I'm looking to make tens of thousands of dollars off this one stock. That is my desire, and that's my focus, and that's my plan, long-term plan. Not going to sell. This is the type of stock you can do what's best for you. Remember, do your own due diligence, and you are the CEO of your own portfolio. So don't go off what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, my long-term outlook for Nvidia is years and years. I'm talking 10 to 20 years plus that I see Nvidia making so much moves, the price going steadily up, because the money that's tied to AI is so much. You're talking about a $5 trillion market cap. This thing gonna grow, and I mean gonna grow the next 3 to 5 years. It's gonna go past, it's gonna go past the $5 trillion mark. Who knows how high this thing will go as far as the market cap, but I do believe this thing is light years ahead of time, because we ain't seen the best of AI. We ain't seen the best of Nvidia and Palantir. These type of plays, these type of stocks, they got so much innovation and technology that is being upgraded and being developed as we speak. So Nvidia, not to mention Nvidia and Nokia, for those who remember the Nokia phone, they powered up or teamed up. They're looking to power America's return to the telecommunication leadership. Okay, they got some stuff out here that they are working on for next year, the next 3 years, the next 5 years. So Nvidia is light years ahead of time and light years ahead of technology. And all the different tech like Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, of course, Tesla, they're going to partnership with Nvidia, and they're going to really push the tech sector to the next level. That's right. And hopefully you will go to the next level by investing into these tech stocks, because I'm tech heavy, which brings me to, I know you have stayed for this portion because I come with you some gems to drop on you. That's right. So as we look at these strategies, don't wait. Start today. Number one, always pay yourself first. But if you're a believer like me, pay God first and pay yourself first. We pay everybody else but ourselves. We pay the light company, the phone company, the insurance company, pay the mortgage, pay the rent, landlord, what have you. But how about paying yourself first? And you say, how do I do that, Coach Flo? By taking a certain percentage of whatever you make and set aside every time you get paid, paying yourself, paying God. They call it tithing if you're a believer like myself. They call those things matter. We put emphasis on everybody else and then we don't have nothing left. Consider, think, readjust. If you say, I don't have much to give or I don't have much to pay myself, start by setting aside $50, $100. Okay? Start setting $20, setting increments of whatever you make and the percentage and put that to the side by paying yourself first. Moving on to, do you have a vision? Do you have a vision for your family? Do you have a vision for your finances? Do you have a vision for your spirituality? Do you have a vision for your physical, your mental, emotional? Because if you don't, start today. Reconsider and think and evaluate, where do you see yourself in the next year? Because we're getting close to 2026. Where do you see yourself in the next 2 to 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? As I've been going to a men's Bible study, it's important to have vision. We've been talking about, what does vision look like? Because it is so important that you do not just make decisions all willy-nilly and just going with the flow because what culture say, because of what your family say, because of what you see on TV and entertainment and just what's the trends. You have a plan and purpose for your life. You, as I'm talking to you, what vision do you have? Especially if you have a family. You can only go as far as you dream or you have a goal, whatever you're working towards, losing weight, getting married, starting a family, moving, graduating, getting a promotion. How about working on your mental? Because mental illness is real. So what vision do you have for yourself? Because this is so important. It is so important. And if you haven't thought about it, now's the time. Vision. Seeing things in the future. It's like you closing your eyes and you imagine, what could it be like to be debt free? What it could be like to lose this weight? What it could be like to not have depression? What it could be like to not struggle with anxiety and abandonment and rejection and anger and resentment? What does it feel like? I ask you, something to think about, because vision is so important. The word of God says our people perish without the lack of vision, without a lack of knowledge. You have to have some type of plan or direction. So when you do start making money, when you do start investing, how much you want to invest, how much you willing to study. Because like I say, and I've said, and I say it again, when you invest in yourself, when you invest in your brain, your life will change. When you invest in your brain, your life will change. Okay. Definitely something to think about. And as for me, I want my money. I don't know about you. And hopefully you, just like me, feel like me. I want my money to live for decades. That's what you call generational. And how, you ask, you want your money to live, or how I want my money to live for decades and generations? Assets. Assets. That's my shirt say. Assets over liabilities. Assets like stocks, assets like crypto, assets like life insurance, because death is certain and some people don't have the means to fund a funeral. Life insurance. I know people kind of skip over all that, but life insurance. Have a will, have a trust, invest in gold, get some property and real estate. Some of these things that I'm talking about, I'm definitely looking towards 2026 to get some of these things, like the real estate, like gold. Okay. Already have life insurance. Start putting things in place and buying assets. The time is now. If you ain't paying attention to these prices, like I previously said, in the stores, these prices are not going down. The housing is not going down. The rent's not going down. The grocery stores and all the food is not going down. So what are you going to do differently going forward as we go into November, December, and 2026? That will put you in a better position, put your family in a better position, put your body in a better position, put your mind in a better position. All these things matter, and it goes back to having a vision. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode, because I'm going to keep you updated on the crypto space, specifically XRP. Definitely stocks. Don't sleep on stocks. Don't think I'm all in on crypto. I'm all in on stocks. How about you invest in both? Stocks and crypto, because we're looking to become generational millionaires. Generational freedom, financially free is the way to be. Leave that debt behind and don't be like everyone else. The time is now for you to invest in yourself, invest in your family, invest in your finances, invest in your health, invest in your mind, invest in your brain, invest in your spiritual walk, because God has a plan for you. So hopefully you have enjoyed this episode. Smash that thumbs up, hit the like, hit subscribe. Peace.